Shut up, Jay.
Freeze frame.
But welcome back, everybody, to another episode. It's on us. Feels like we've been here before. It's so crazy.
Yeah, a little deja vu moment.
Right. But anyways, welcome back. From my left to my right, I have the one and only Mr. John Schrader.
Hello.
Then the nephew, Mr. Gabriel Perez.
The black sheep, as we
yeah.
discussed off pod.
And then a wonderful guest today, Miss Rebecca. I'm still going to fuck
I said it. Come on now. I said it.
Serfozo.
No.
Serfozo.
See, I fucked it up. I'm
Rebecca
sorry.
Serfozo. So
It's
nice to meet you. So nice to meet you. You are here today. You're going to talk about a couple different topics. You are is it a clinical therapist? What would be your title?
I just refer to myself as a licensed therapist.
Licensed therapist. Okay.
Yeah. Licensed therapist.
And your biography is vast. You've dealt with a lot, or you know knowledge on how to deal with a lot of different scenarios. Mm-hmm. You have a business here in Lorain, and your practice is in this area, in the Lorain County area. Tell us about that. Tell us about, you mentioned off the podcast about your dealings on Broadway, and this coming today. Even though the recording's going to come out Tuesday, tonight you are having an event at Speak Lounge in Lorain. You want to kind of elaborate on that?
Yeah. So we're not actually like a location. We kind of like bounce around. We're like I don't even know.
You're like a
flow.
Yeah. Like kind of like Venom. You're kind of like the little like.
That was a bad word to
Yeah.
use, but I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. Venom, that sounds
a ghost kitchen concept. You're
of
not
course.
like at one spot. You know, you take your business to a lot of different venues. It sounds like just to have a place to set up and just speak your message.
It's almost like a flash mob, but I don't want to go like that in
right.
because that sounds kind of bad too.
No, it's good.
Flash
Mobs
mobs
are good.
Dope.
Yeah. And I guess we're in the business of creating the space.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like we create the vibe, we create
where
the
you go.
space.
Yeah. Okay.
How you just said that where you go?
You create the vibe. I like it.
He said, "This us."
Yeah, no, that's awesome though.
So yeah, that's gonna be tonight. Yes. I don't remember what the question was.
Oh
but.
yeah. And you mentioned today's. They're all themes, so they're different themes. Does the theme relate to the place you're at, or is it kind of like
How you're feeling?
Yeah. I'm selfish. So it's definitely about my life and where I'm at. Okay. But also Thanksgiving time, it's time for gratitude. I think the end of the year is always like a good time to like reflect back on things that we are grateful for, and then realize how much I need to be grateful more often. And so then doing an event like this is helpful for me to kind of like get my mental, emotional space together.
Mm-hmm. And by doing that, you're also bringing in people that can also visualize their gratitude in their life and kind of engulf someone in gratitude, which is kind of nice to think about. Like, oh, that feels nice.
It does. It's helpful for me. It's helpful for everybody else to share in that space and around these common themes and kind of reflect. So it's really nice.
So with you speaking about being a therapist, what led you down that road of like, you know what? People will say want to be doctors and say, I want to be a therapist.
Yeah. So yeah, I really didn't even know that I could be a therapist, honestly, when I went to school for social work. Like I didn't know that that's the track that I was on, I guess. And I wanted to go for business. I struggled a little bit with that one. So I did try public affairs. Then I was like, you know what? No, I think I want to do some social work stuff. I started getting involved in this organization at Ohio State. It's called the Department of Social Change. Okay. And that like literally changed my whole experience. Yeah, my mentor, Dr. Patty, she's passed away now, but yeah, I know. But she was everything for me. Like she really helped me to kind of see that this is what I want to do. She kind of just like threw me out into the community in Columbus. I was running groups on the east side of Columbus. I did a girl empowerment group. I was also in like the juvenile detention centers out there, which was like totally interesting. But she just kind of gave us the curriculum, gave us the outline, and let us run with it. And so that kind of showed me like, okay, this is totally what I want to do.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And you mentioned public affairs, and that's kind of my jam. And I think social work and public affairs, they are very close. They run very parallel to each other, and they can kind of intertwine. Yeah. Of like helping others and kind of being selfless. Yeah. So that's awesome. That's awesome that your path has like led you there, and like you're now you're back here. So you've done that in Columbus. Now you're here doing that in Lorain, in the Lorain County area, which is amazing, because I think a lot of people, we've mentioned this on the podcast before, that a lot of people will take their talents elsewhere and keep them elsewhere. And it's like,
you came back.
Yeah.
You came back. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. I definitely love it here. Yeah. I mean, I think that was the hardest thing being out in Columbus. Although I love like everybody that I've met in Columbus, my mentors, my mentees, my people, it was so hard to like be doing it in a community that wasn't mine.
Oh.
So.
And with you saying that, you know, with being in Columbus and starting down there, you know, for this journey of becoming a therapist, and being from Lorain, to where, you know, let's face it, a lot of people from Lorain, we get slept on. It's very simple. So
Wait, you're from Lorain?
Who are
yes.
you?
Yes, Gail. I'm from Lorain.
Okay.
But like for that, like, do you feel like it kind of gave you like an edge to your profession because you have dealt with being maybe looked down upon, or just being from a city to where like everybody slept on, and then going to Columbus, where I know some parts of Columbus aren't the best either. So just being able to face that adversity, I guess is the best way to word it.
Ooh, okay. I would say, yeah, I think that I don't want to say yes, but I don't want to say no. I kind of want to expound on that.
No, that's
or
fine.
expand. Because I think that that is, I mean, deep down inside, I think I've always had a passion for people. I loved the people that I grew up around. And I've always cared about people. And I always felt privileged, in a way, in a lot of spaces that I was in. So to go out into another city and I want to edit this out.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Because I have no idea. That's a good question, though. I don't know if I felt like, because college was an adversity, I guess. I was not ready for that experience, and that was like a hot mess. But
Right.
No. Did you go there for 4 years?
edit that out. I went for 4, and then I went for an additional 2.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Okay.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
dedication right there.
And it was different. It was so different going from the community in Lorain, where I do feel like you know a lot. Not that I know everybody. I definitely meet new people every day.
Right.
But it's like, if I meet a new person, you know somebody that I know most of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And so it felt very close. It felt very like accepting, even though we all are kind, you know, I'm not gonna say we all are kind of like,
No,
you know, but I
get
think
you.
it's just like a family feel here. To then go out to Columbus, it just felt like, no, you can't be in our family. You can't be. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. And I think maybe that was just my experience trying to like navigate. You know, we had sports. I don't know if we had like a lot of groups, you know. So it was just very challenging, but good experience all in all. So adversity, I do feel like, yes, probably some of that ties in. But I also think that any community that I go in, it's like I am learning.
Right.
Every person that I meet, I'm learning.
Exactly.
I don't know anything. You know, they are the author and I'm the reader. So.
Aw,
See, that's an interesting mindset to have about it. Never heard that one before.
nice.
Yeah. I heard
Just include that part. I'm sorry, I'm making you have to edit so much.
See, people say edit, but then like I'll look at it, I'm like, no, that because that's genuine.
Okay, good. Then
And we
don't
seek
keep
genuine conversation.
Okay,
you know?
good.
That was actually kind of rewarding to me when you said this is a tough question, because like I never seek for the questions to be tough, but I want to make people think, you know. Yeah. So
Who wrote these questions? You did?
I did.
Oh, okay.
What's the misconception people have about therapy that is like so false?
So I think that kind of ties in with the whole like you're the author, I'm the reader.
Right.
And you know, I am a professional. I come with this knowledge and this background about mental health, about therapeutic approaches, how to have conversations, how to help you kind of guide in your thought and in your personal reflection. But I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer for you. You have it inside of you. And so a lot of it is you coming in and I'm empowering you to explore yourself and to find what it is that you're needing.
And that's the strengths-based approach.
Yes,
I believe I'm very, very novice in this, but that's kind of how it is. So you want them kind of like word vomit almost. Like where are you at, and what can we expound upon to like focus you or get you right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of the way?
Yep. Yeah, and a lot of it is this belief that you really do have the strength yourself to find that, and empowering you to get there. Of course, I have tools and resources to help with that.
Right.
A lot of the other approaches, I utilize them all in my sessions. And so, yeah, it does take some guidance in that area, but a lot of that strengths base is even you exploring the strengths that you have around you, right? Whether it's in your community, in yourself, in your family, in your friends, in your job, starting to kind of assist people in finding that strength. So.
You say different type of therapies. I'm pretty sure every client it's probably different type of blend of two. So what are, because like looking at this list up here, like I never knew these different types of therapies. So can you like give us like just a brief like some?
Yeah, I was so confused.
Like the mindfulness based one. Like
that's my jam. Okay. I love mindfulness. Okay, cool.
We'll put this chart up on our video so people can see what we're talking about here too.
Awesome. Okay, yeah. So mindfulness base, basically what that is a lot of mindfulness grounding practices. And so a lot of this is used when we need to experience calm in the present moment. Okay. So a lot of times with like anxiety or even depression, we're focusing elsewhere in our thoughts. Whether with anxiety, I'm worried about the future. I'm upset about the past. I'm kind of like running in this constant pattern of concern and fear. And so a lot of what grounding mindfulness does is helps us to get into the present moment and experience what it's like to be right here, right now, apart from all worries.
Okay.
It's beautiful. I love it. I'm definitely not like always in that place. But even when I just get to talking about it, I mean, I know what it feels like, and it's so freeing and so calming, because I think when we can experience being present, gosh, we can experience life,
right.
and the joy of life.
Would you have any sort of like just a small tidbit of something where someone, if their mind is racing, what is something like a practice they could do to kind of calm the noise? And like when you said that, I was like, I feel very calm right now. Like
like how she was explaining it, I'm like,
is there like
do I go outside like and ground myself like bare feet and so because that's what I've heard. That's what I heard people ground.
Yeah.
Like I have a friend, she's like, oh, I'm grounding this morning, and she'll just take a picture, just like feet on the ground, just chilling.
Yeah, people do connect with the earth.
For real?
Yeah, to like help balance them. I've heard.
Yeah,
got your dogs out on the ground.
Yeah,
that's something you would do. That's why I looked at you.
and yeah, I guess for something like simple, I'm not that that's not simple, but I don't always do that.
Right.
Something that I would just recommend is sitting feet on the ground flat, hands in lap, focusing on breath. And we can do it all right now for a second if you want.
Ooh, yes. Here,
so feet on the ground, back straight up.
That's Jacob's problem right there. He can't keep his back straight up.
Terrible posture.
And all we're doing is focusing on our breathing. So breathing in and out. But then I'm going to add some time to it. So breathe in for 4 count, and then we're going to hold for 5. We're going to exhale out for 6. Okay? So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll just do it once. It's typical practice is to do it a couple times.
Okay.
No, that's awesome.
That'd be me in the shower when I turn it to code at the end. I'm like, relax.
Yeah, to really get that long out breath. What that's doing, it's a total reset for our mind and body.
Okay.
So it's kind of like just forcing your body to relax. When we're anxious, what happens is our heart rate speeds up. Breath is shortened. Terrible. And so when our body is like physically going through that, a lot of times we have to do the steps to kind of recalibrate. So
okay.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
I know, I love it.
Yeah. So what's the third one? I can't even pronounce that word. I'm gonna mess it up.
Culturally sensitive?
Yes.
So a lot of that is being aware of people's cultural backgrounds, cultural beliefs, and knowing that people again are the authors of their story. They bring in their perspectives, and along with that, everybody has this cultural identity that we bring with us as well.
Okay.
Kind of being respectful and mindful of the different people around you and how to operate and how to not be an asshole, maybe.
Yeah, how to really move within different cultures and respectfully.
Like not saying the wrong thing about certain shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
What is person-centered then?
Person-centered, that is kind of similar to that strengths-based, very focused on
You as a person.
that person.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was like a person or like you, the person.
No, yeah, just you as that person.
Therapy is so complex.
Yes and
looking
no.
at that list of like.
Yes and no.
Yeah,
Really.
like
SFBT sounds like a workout. That sounds.
Right. I know.
CBT sounds like a disease. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Cognitive is okay. Cognitive is that like when people like just chew on pencils, and not like but like that's like their thing. Like that's
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I didn't know what you were talking about. I was like
because like I've heard of like some people like go to therapy because they have like something obsessive things that they do.
Oh, like tapping your finger.
Yeah, like
and
tapping
shit.
your finger or to just
Biting, yeah.
Biting your nails.
pulling hair, things of that nature. Yeah. So CBT can be used for that. A lot of these can be used for a lot of different diagnoses.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So CBT, what that is it's cognitive behavioral therapy, and what it is understanding the connection between your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors.
Oh.
So if I have this thought, it invokes a feeling, which then leads me to behave.
Oh.
So in those situations, that could be kind of the path that we follow to try to explore what is the root of that. Oftentimes it's something deeper, but this is a nice place to start giving people that empowerment over these things, right? And then we know that if those are all connected, then we can adjust that initial thought to change the behavior.
Ooh, very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. It's
That's pretty cool.
I'm a very micro person, so I can appreciate like here's a change that'll do something. What is that noise?
I thought it started raining,
Yeah.
bro. I was like, yo,
that.
what the hell?
It's the humidifier.
Oh, nice.
Anyway.
Jacob, please.
So with being a therapist,
Yeah.
just like any other job, you're going to have your benefits and negatives of it. So what are some negatives that, the truth of being a therapist,
Yeah. Yeah. I think that some of the negatives with it is you do see a lot of people in a lot of not the best spaces. I guess like with doctors, you don't go to the doctor if you're completely healthy.
Right.
So it's back to back of people who are struggling, and it can get difficult, but I think that's where my own self-care practices come into play. To really help me kind of manage that. I will say though, sometimes after like a day of clients, I don't want to talk. I don't want to listen. I don't want to talk. I just want to go home and sleep. Like I'm cool. My energy is not there. I have a lot.
Don't laugh.
I'm going to try not to.
But it sounds like, has anybody ever seen the movie or read the book The Giver?
Yes.
Okay. So how you just expressed that was like, you give all your energy of listening and stuff to where it's like, I need to disconnect now. I just took all this empathy, express this, did this. It's like, I need to unplug now. That's
Yeah, who is your therapist? You know what I mean?
does a
low-key,
does a therapist have a therapist or
Yes. Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's for sure, my practice of self-care is my therapist.
Because all the we hate to call it negative, but all that energy that you've taken in from somebody, and you're trying to help them through it. So it's probably the beginning is you're meeting someone, they're in a rough spot, but by the end or by hopefully as the sessions progress, you're going to see improvement, and so that'll at least make you feel a little bit better. I mean,
Yeah, and growth takes time for sure. And I think a lot of what I practice, and then I coach others to practice, is to take in and release. I'm just holding space, but I'm giving that back to you when you leave.
Oh,
It's not mine to take with me.
ooh, okay.
And I coach clients on that with friends, with family members.
Ooh.
It's a good boundary to have. We can have empathy, but we have to give that back. We can't carry that on with us throughout the day.
That's
So.
sad. Ooh, that's
Steve, that's heavy.
Yeah, I feel like I've done
That's
like
heavy,
a
Doc.
lot of lifting of like, okay, I've taken your shit with me, It's like,
Yes.
and
But honestly,
I shouldn't have done that,
it's on me. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
That was the shit.
No offense to the people's
That
shit.
just sounded terrible.
But no, yeah, that's a good practice. To
It's
kind
got
of,
to be draining at some point though.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not that you're being selfish or not that anybody if you're shedding people's stuff after they've okay you've told me about it, I'll try to help you through it, but then there's got to be a point where you carry that back with you and leave me out of it in a way.
And yeah, it's a practice of good, healthy boundaries in relationship. At the end of the day, your stuff is your stuff, my stuff is my stuff, and we all carry that. Now, if we want to hold space for each other to decompress that stuff, explore, process that stuff, that's great. But I do expect you to leave my stuff with me, and I'm going to take it, and then you as well. And come back, next time, and we can do it all over again and explore. There's always space for that.
Nice.
I love it. Another question I have is, you run your business is basically travels around Lorain. You have office in Lorain. I see, posts on Facebook Live at different restaurants or eateries in Lorain or different activities. How important is community to you? I'm assuming it's important with everything that you do or even do collabs with,
No, it's imperative. A strong community is imperative in my eyes. Even when we talk about the strengths-based, having a strong community backing you, having the support of your community, having a place where you feel safe, that's all extremely impactful. And a lot of our clients are negatively impacted by their community in so many ways already. So if we can do something small in our community to benefit you in any way, that's so contradictory of what we often see on different medias and things like that. So it's very important.
I agree. And I think like those like that personal community, like I've noticed, like, so I've worked for public service in like the last 7 years, and just kind of talking with my friends about it and kind of hearing their complaints and things, and they're like trusting me to like do something and be
like
positive.
we need you, John.
It's kind of like humbling, but it's also very encouraging where there's people that are in my corner that are saying, yeah, you will go do that, go be that person and go help this cause, and it's like, okay, I can do it. I feel that support, and I think everybody needs a little support in that case.
Yeah. For sure.
If you're gonna fucking go bake some, baked goods, you want your people to be like, yeah, you go bake the hell out of that, or whatever you're doing,
Period.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's good.
Yeah. Because he's like Mr. Lorain too. Since I've known John, he's been all about Lorain and stuff like that. So seeing some other people and stuff like that matches that type of energy that I've seen for years.
Yeah,
for me, it's really enjoyable to see.
Heck yeah. And there's a lot of people like Lorain is a funny city in that way.
It is.
Even my dad. Growing up with my dad, he's a big like, if you're gonna buy something, you better buy it from someone in Lorain. You better find somebody that does it here. And I'm okay.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's always been. I think we come from a older state. I don't know how long you've been here, but when your family has been here for generations, I think that pride is really in this city. So that we're fortunate for that. So
You still live in Lorain now?
Yeah, I do.
Hey.
Yep.
Good.
Why you look at me when you live on the border of the township in Lorain? You give me crap
I
about
still
living
live in
in
Lorain though. I live right by Eric's house.
He's saying that.
Oh, okay.
That's Lorain, right?
No, it's the township.
It's a township.
I was gonna say this is like the first time I've lived in Lorain since I was young, because I was living in the township for a while. But.
Yeah. Your post office address says Lorain, but you are not in Lorain physically, tax bracket tax wise.
That don't make no sense.
Voting like.
I live in Lorain.
We'll take you, Gabe.
We ain't taking him. So
he lives in Elyria. That's the whole thing.
But I realized, like, when I got into the relationship with my fiance, she already had a kid in Elyria schools, and she didn't want to pull her from her friends.
I understand.
Right?
Except
I got pulled from my friends. What are you talking about?
Different situations, man.
Look
not
at where
different
he's at right
situations.
now.
No, you're right.
I appreciate it.
But we about to move back within next year. I've been looking around.
Cool, yeah.
Oh, she about to watch the video like, no, we ain't.
What are you talking about?
I just want land. Wherever I can get land in a nice house, that's where I want to move to.
Yeah, that's not. You ain't getting that in Lorain.
Some houses.
Hey,
but anyways.
For a ticket.
For a ticket. But damn, I don't know what else to ask, because we got more time.
Let's see.
Because like,
What has been one of your favorite words to speak, Easy?
Well, I really feel like gratitude is my favorite right now, just because I'm biased.
You've
now.
been on it. You've been on it.
Yes. Oh my God. And barriers to gratitude. Like, why am I not always practicing just being grateful? Like, I really love progression. So last year we did a Christmas show. It was so much fun. Oh my God. We're going to do another one. It's not going to be Christmas themed, kind of. It's going to be like December 17th, though.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be at the
sweaters,
BRIAR
though.
again.
Oh, damn. That's what I'm about.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do ugly sweaters.
Yes.
We'll do
Yes.
that. And actually, the night before is Rappin' Gifts. I don't know if you know Fabian, but he's doing the Rappin' Gifts. He puts on a show every Christmas, and he raises money and gifts to donate to I think it's Toys for Tots.
Yeah, I
Nice.
guess we gotta
Yeah.
maybe
Oh,
get involved in that.
Now, is that a stagnant location, or is it still kind of moving around? So I'm sorry.
No.
I was gonna say today's event is at the BRIAR.
Yes.
And what is that?
Oh, it's so amazing. So it's the Black River Innovative Artist Residence. It's a nonprofit here in Lorain, and they provide spaces for artists. So basically, that's where I got my jacket. Was Relic Clothing is up there. He's got his whole storefront, and then there's some other local and not local artists. So they have a lot of people up there that are coming from all over. It's really a gem of a place. That a lot of people don't know about.
I was gonna say I don't.
Shout
know.
out to Ray. I just seen him the other day.
Yeah, and they're all doing really great things up there, but they have a complete like stage setup and everything. So
That's awesome.
they typically will open for shows. That's what they've been doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that where they had his Halloween party?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. That was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked pretty dope.
Oh,
from,
it's
everything
such a
I've seen.
cool. It's a vibe up there. It's amazing.
Cause you run the Instagram account.
Art, yes.
That's what I sent you the other day. He tagged me in it.
Okay. I'll look at it later. Damn. Crap.
Well, that's cool. And is so with you being here at this, so the Speak Lounge, like you said, it's kind of like flash mobby, where we can go, where we can make that vibe.
Yeah.
Is there anything? If you don't want to spill the tea, if you don't have to, but is there any so you mentioned Christmas time, December. Is there anything like coming up past that, or anything like in the works that needs more people, volunteers, anything that you
Collab project.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, I haven't told many people about this.
Oh, breaking news here.
I
on the
know. I'm
show.
like, so now I have to follow through on this. But we are planning a show out in Lakewood for January. I believe. I'm not going to say the date because I don't know for sure right now. But in January, we have a show planned for Lakewood at the Brothers Lounge. So that's going to be really exciting, and I'm hoping to take some local artists out there to perform.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm down for what I love collabing. I keep it pretty open. Who wants to come. Typically when we're going to start traveling and stuff, we kind of might be a little more like choosy with the theme and the vibe of the space we're going in, because I also want to kind of try to get some of the artists from that area to come out as well.
Right.
So that's kind of been a thought for me, but other than that, I mean, I'm open.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'd love to help out as much as I can. December, you mentioned 17th. I'm graduating that day.
Congratulations.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, so I can't make it, but I'd love to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so next
For
year.
sure. For
Next
sure.
year,
Yeah.
We'll be getting there. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we're hoping to stay consistent with the BRIAR for now. So hoping to do something pretty consistent and keeping it something that's regular.
Good.
Do you have like a 10-year plan for the Speak Lounge? And just like, you say you travel from place to place now. Do you want eventually your own spots where this is mine? You know what I mean?
Of course. Yeah. No, I definitely want that. I would love to have a space. I think that's kind of like my goal too with therapy. Right now, I'm going to swap back to therapy for a second, but I am contracted. I'm a contracted employer.
Okay.
So I work for an organization called Gabriel Group Counseling, and we're actually located out in Middleburg and Lakewood.
Okay.
So moving and creating an office space in Lorain was just something that I was passionate about and brought out here. But I do have like desires to start my own practice with that as well. But I would love to have a center of some sort where all of these things can kind of take place. Not so much simultaneously. I don't know if you'd want to see a therapist during a show, but to have this space,
Like a hub, like just a hub, like
Maybe.
you get, or in LA, like a lot of TikTokers, like they'll have a house
Yeah.
or something like in downtown Lorain. Just have that hub so where like you can have an open mic night, but you can still go take care of your professional side down the hallway and stuff. So, but yeah, that's an idea I've had like just always in my head, just because I think hubs are important
Of
just to bring
course.
communities together.
Yes.
And it's just to have that space of being able to create, collab, just brainstorming different ideas.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the Boys and Girls Club mentality, where you can bring together in one place and kind of hub it, like, okay, we can help you here, we can help you here, and it's all in one location. So
Yes.
you don't have to have a ride to here and there, and it's all in one place. So that would be awesome.
Or just
Yeah.
libraries, just have a meeting room in the library,
That's true.
throw up a presentation and be like, look, if we can get this group to do this group to do this, stuff like that.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely open to it. I just opened that office in Lorain. It's in the basement of the Church of the Redeemer. So
Okay.
Episcopal Church of the Redeemer is where my physical office for therapy is. I don't do anything Speak Lounge there. But so now that I have that space, I definitely am like, okay, I want another space.
Right.
I love that. I love having my space. So
Nice.
No, that's awesome.
yeah.
How'd you end up getting that place then?
Oh my gosh, because Alex Barton is amazing. Alex Barton, it's Pastor Alex, Father Alex. I just call him Alex. So Father Alex, he knew me from Speak Lounge. He had come out to some of my shows and was supporting Speak Lounge, and so he talked with me a little bit about, if ever I would need an office space to kind of look into going over there, and so that's kind of how it got settled, and it worked out.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
It is. I love it there. So
It's all about it's all about who you know, not what you know. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. John's like, yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. Don't know about that.
Do you want to drop a sponsorship real quick?
This episode is sponsored by Creative Genius Brand. You can find our merch at creativegeniusbrand.org. All you have to do is go to the website, click on merch, then you see the
See that
IU
bag
tab.
there? Oh, no.
The bag's over there.
Oh, it's
It
over
might
there.
be in the
It
frame.
might be in the frame. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so we have our merch on there, the IOU merch, and we also, of course, Oscar has his merch on there as well.
Yep.
So the Creative Genius Brand merch. So get your shit for winter.
Get you.
Yeah, because it's fucking cold outside.
I
Yeah.
know.
If you need a hoodie for somebody and you want to support your podcast, your local podcast, we're the people.
We're here for that.
Yes.
And also, so we also like to have guests on the show. So if you're ever interested in being on the show, if you have something going on in your life that you want to talk about, if you have a business, you're a part of a business, or you have an idea, anything,
Slide
come
on our
on.
DMs.
We have open seats for you.
Slide in your DMs. Eh?
Slide on the DMs. That's all you
Yeah.
got to do.
Okay.
That's the best way to do it. Go
Yeah,
back to the
I
show. What do you want? Like,
No,
that's
I
the best
mean,
way.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Email me. Email us. Email
Rebecca,
us
do you want to drop your at names?
Yeah. What ad names are you at?
Okay, so I'm at Speak Lounge 440 for Speak Lounge. I think on Facebook I'm Rebecca Ann now because I'm public. So I switched to Rebecca Ann. And then Instagram, I think I'm R underscore Serfozo, Serfozo 14.
Gotcha.
I think that's me.
think-
It might not be the
think.
14. I don't even remember. But
Is
you
there-
can find me on Psychology Today for therapy stuff if you want to get in for a session. Also, you can just kind of call my office direct at 440-541-6000. And we can set up a consultation or an appointment if you're interested in that. I do accept like most major insurances. I do self-pay. I do sliding fee scale. So we can make it work.
Nice. And it's in person and online?
Yep, I do both.
Oh,
Nice.
Convenient.
Yeah.
What's a sliding fee scale? Now I'm curious. I'm like, what? Is,
Well,
I've never heard of that.
Depends on services that you're
Okay.
doing, time.
I didn't know.
And I take into account your income and what you
Okay.
can.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. That's very nice.
Gotcha. Damn.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
questions for us?
This,
I actually do. So what are your guys' thoughts? I mean, what are your experiences with mental health? I know it's kind of personal, but like, yeah, what are your experiences with mental health?
To be honest, I told myself last year, it was me and my buddy. He's kind of going through a rough spot, and I was sort of. And I was like, dude, I said, how about it? We'll go. You go, and I'll go. He's not here. He lives elsewhere now. And ended up, I never went. And I don't think he's like now talked about it, but it's almost like it's, I'll just deal with it. And it's kind of, it's not the way to do it, because I felt that I definitely needed something, and a someone to talk to that was like an outside, a third party to my
unbiased person.
Yeah, and I've never got that yet, and it's maybe a little pride based where it's like I can do this, and some of it's like I don't have time. But then it's like, well, you have time to
time for yourself, though.
Yeah, and I think the argument was before I've heard it like, oh, you have time to go to the bar, or you have time to go do other shit, and it's like, well, you're right. You ain't wrong. But yeah, so I think in the near future I would like to just to kind of get me straight. Where am I at? Where am I? You know, like you mentioned those micro steps of like, is something I'm thinking of influencing behavior and that I don't know about or I don't realize. But yeah, it's kind of my take on it. I love that we do our mental health checks every week. I wish we got a little more in depth, but it's more so like how we feeling,
surface feel, yeah.
Surface feeling. I think the last like month or two, we've all kind of been riding a high, and so it's not really gotten like, here's our like drama, you know, or something that's going on. But it's like, and that could also be a good thing. That could also mean that we're also trying to remain positive and maybe not bring our listeners down, you know. So I don't know. Yeah, as far as other things in mental health or what my experience in it, it's just kind of been a self-assessment, and that's kind of not good in certain ways. In certain ways it is, though.
Right.
At least I'm like, at least we think about it in a way where it's where someone would just say, well, I'll think about it later.
Yeah.
Let me get back
Still
to
a conversation we have.
Yeah.
Let me get back to
for
TikTok
sure.
or Twitter.
Right.
Yeah, and I think you're right in the sense of like making time for it. I definitely think it's a practice of like, it's almost like going to the gym, you know?
Yes.
And that's not always my favorite thing to do anyway. So, but you know, keeping something regular, even if it's just a check-in base or an as needed, you know, you don't always have to kind of explore like my core values and beliefs, you know.
Yeah.
It can just be a touch base and explore. But I think also having, you know, solid relationships that you can be held accountable and explore those things, just having the conversation, bringing mental health up is valuable. And yeah, we need to do it more often. So
I agree.
I commend you for that.
Thank you. You actually mentioned ethics and morals. An assignment I just turned in yesterday.
I was going to ask you how that went.
Yeah, I had an assignment. They were like, what, you know, becoming a public administrator, you should have ethics and morals and things that guide you. So what are they? I'm like, I've never thought about this. And I mentioned that in my paper.
So weird.
I was like, oh, I just kind of do things. It's kind of subconscious. It's like, so I mentioned 4, you know, values or 4 traits that I think I carry. And it's not only, I mentioned it, I said, I'm not thinking this way just because I'm getting a paycheck to do it. You know, it's the remaining positive and accountable, you know, showing respect to people. Those are really big to me, and there's one other one, and maybe not as big. Right? Accountability, respect, yeah, those things, and those happen. Honesty was the other one. Being honest, you know, those are things that you should remain to do regardless of where you're
Basically, your morals and stuff are just like genuine things that every person should follow. Every good-natured person should follow.
Yeah,
to a certain extent.
Because I mentioned those internal thoughts and beliefs. They expect your external behavior. You know,
For sure. Yeah.
So just being mindful of
I want to go back to your question about you guys asked about mental health. Throughout the years, I've noticed my mental health varies. You know, I will have people from my biological family that I don't talk to that much reach out, and I'll see them in stores. I'll be cordial and stuff like that. But that's something that weighs heavy on my mind during different times of different parts of the year. And that's something that I know in the future I have to make right by my son. So that bugs me a lot because I'm a grown-ass man. My ego gets in the way. Why should I do this? Or, you know, why can't they do it? But it's like trying to find the right moment, you know, to really do it. You know, but I like he said, you know, I enjoy doing the mental health check here. You know, because it is important for us as brothers and family, you know, to make sure everybody's good and make sure, you know, we at least try and do the best we can.
Yeah, for sure.
And like family, we're not all going to get along. That's fine.
Yeah.
But we going to work it out.
Yeah.
And I think even this podcast in the past 2 years, we're definitely close. All 5 of us here are definitely as close, the 5 that are not here, you know,
Right.
but we're definitely as like closer, like as far as if something's going on in our lives, let's kind of like, if we hear about it here, or if we're in our group chat, it's kind of like okay, well, let's digest this. What's happening? Can we help each other? Can we, you know, kind of hit you up on the side to like figure it out? You know, so I think we kind of have like, it creates an open line of communication with your friends and family, which mental health can,
Right.
you know, as long as you're being mindful of it, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. No, for sure. Well, and I think some of the stuff that you bring up too, some of those deeper family ties, family relationships. I mean, that stuff takes hard work. You know, I mean, it takes a lot of work, and a lot of, I love to tell my clients, like, things often will get worse before they get better in therapy, because you're literally like, you're finding a infected wound on your body, and you're just like looking at it. You know, I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm going to ask you to like rip it open, and that's going to hurt. And then I'm going to ask you to like, you know, clean it out, and then like it has to close back up and seal healthy, you know? So it's going to take some time, and it can hurt, and it can be a lot.
I like the analogy. That's very, but because it makes so much damn sense, but it's so simple to think about.
Yeah. And a lot of us, we walk around infected, and it's okay. And it impacts the way that we move. You know, if I have a broken arm, I'm not going to use it as much. So I use this one, you know? And so, yeah, it hinders us slightly. But I have to know that I have the time to like put in the rehabilitation for this arm.
Right.
If right now I don't have that space, that time, it's not even healthy for me, I'm going to choose what's going to be best for me. I have to have that awareness of self before venturing into that. So.
Awareness of self. That's a good title for this episode.
Yeah.
She picked it out.
What about you, Gabe? What are your thoughts on mental health? And
Y'all know me. Sometimes I lash out. Generally, if something is bothering me, I don't like let it like sit there and like eat me up. I'll just get it out, and we're gonna address the issue like right then and there.
He has no infections.
So I tend to, you know, sometimes, you know, say the wrong things because it's in the heat of the moment. You don't really think about what you should say.
Everyone else has infections.
No, I know I have my own problems. But yeah, I genuinely don't like, you know, let shit, you know, just sit there and dwell. I like I said, I just want to get it out the way, because if we're having a disagreement, or, you know, we're just bickering, I feel like it's just, you know, let's get it over with.
Yeah.
Let's move on, and then we'll live to see another day. And mainly for a lot of mental health, like we've always talked about, I listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
So that's always, you know, I can always count on that to either, you know, help me get out of a bad mood, put me in a bad mood.
Yeah.
You know, it just varies, you know, however I wake up and feel some days. But I feel like I just have a roller coaster ride, no matter what it is, you know.
Yeah.
So.
No, I get that. Yeah. And that, is it like anger? Is that what you're talking about? Like anger lash out? Like what is it?
I wouldn't say anger lash out, but like I would say I use strong words, like
aggressive communication versus assertive.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. So
Passion. Too. Because he's, I've known him for years. When I've seen him
that's my
lash
uncle.
out,
If you don't know,
she knows. But like I've known him for years. I can tell when Gabe's angry, but passionate and angry, or just straight passion.
Yeah.
Like, and I could tell like that's something he's very passionate
Big feelings.
about.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I feel like my emotions, you know, get the best of me, and I just seem like I'm upset, or you know what I mean. But no, this is just me being, you know, very
boisterous.
Yeah,
passionate.
Like just trying to really, like, I want you to hear what I'm saying. Like I'm listening to you, but I feel like you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I gotcha.
I have a question, Rebecca, mentioning this, because last week we talked about zodiac signs a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Do you think Zodiac? He's a Scorpio. His birthday was just the other day, last week.
Okay.
Does zodiac signs ever come into play? In your opinion, you don't have to be like professionally about like in your like personal thoughts. Do you think zodiac signs and things of that nature affect?
Personally, I'm cool with it. I will. Yeah. I mean, I think that, you know, I talk a lot about grounding into the earth, and a lot of times like tapping back into like our breath and things that are very natural. I'm more of like a natural type of therapist, I guess. And so I'm cool with it. I mean, every time I've read my horoscope, I feel like it's on. Is there any science to back that? No, I don't look into it. But
to add one more layer to that,
yeah.
Can you talk to people and kind of figure out what they are based on your conversation?
Oh, no, I'm not that keen. I'm not that into it. I know what I am. I'm a Gemini. So I don't have no clue about that.
Is there no another Gemini in this room?
Is it you? Yeah.
Damn. She's good.
No,
She's
I think
good.
I knew that probably. I don't know why. Maybe
Ash is a Gemini.
Ash is a Gemini too.
What are you?
Taurus.
Taurus. Yeah. You
Wait, when's your birthday?
June 17th.
Oh, you're a later Gemini.
Okay. Yep. I don't know.
You're a day before my son's birthday.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't. I wish I did know more. I know my fiance is like to a T. He's a Capricorn. And it's like, whoa. That's what really got me into him, is when we started looking into ours. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're really like on it. Yeah, I really wasn't. And for a while I didn't know like my birth time and stuff, so I didn't know like my rising and my whatever.
Oh, so I know what time I was born.
What time?
8:45 at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
6:23.
Yeah, I know my time too.
What time?
7:21.
You were the first one, right?
Yeah, my brother. I have a twin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was. I'm 2 minutes older, but he was baby A in the whole thing. But I was in the way.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Gotcha.
Because my mom had a C-section.
No, what does baby A mean?
Oh, they named the babies in the womb.
Baby A and baby B.
Yeah, and basically, I think it might be
So he was baby bitch then. he was baby alpha.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
You were the beta.
Yeah. And my mom, he wasn't breathing well or something, so they had to like open my mom up, and they like took me.
This my shit here, cuz.
I think so. I always like think back to like that moment. You know, I'm like, okay. Well, as far as like what was happening, they probably like plucked me out like a fucking crane game and like set me down because I didn't matter at that point. They're like,
He's the crane.
Just get him out of here.
yeah.
Got this bloody mess here. Here's one of them.
They like wad me up in a towel.
This is B.
Get this guy out the way. He's breathing fine. We got to get the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it, John.
Damn, you almost killed your bro for real.
Yeah.
Dang.
He was an incubator and everything.
So, Rebecca, do you have siblings? You have a brother, right?
Yeah.
I have 2. Yep.
You have 2. Mm-hmm. How is it being the only girl? No, like, are your brothers overprotective of you? Or?
No. I don't think so.
I wish they would step
know.
up.
Are they
No.
younger or older?
I have an older and I have a younger. I don't
okay.
believe that they could be overprotective. Sometimes my mom tells me like that my older brother was like asking about me and stuff, but he doesn't tell me.
Right.
On the sly.
Yeah, right.
That's how it always is, though. I don't ever ask my brother how you doing. I'm like, Mom, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Is he doing good?
Yeah. But yeah, being the only girl, I think I feel like I'm tough. So I don't know. I feel like it made me tough.
She's like, I'm Triple OJ certified up in this bitch.
Beat your ass.
Right now.
I just really feel like it got really intense between me and my older brother. Me and my younger brother, that was like my best friend. I was best friends with my older brother too, but then like we were too close in age going through school that it got like a little rough
like,
for
dude, I'll
us.
fight you.
It got bad, I think.
Oh.
So, but
That's
yeah.
how for you and Leah, though.
Yeah. Me and Leah got, like, we grew up together, we were so close, and then there was just times where it was like, we need our time apart.
Yes.
But now, like, me and her be talking, and she's like, Jacob, I can't lie to you. She's like, I don't talk to you enough to lie to you, so I don't. And we've, like, we use the term appreciate to each other way more before. And I'm like, I like that about us. Like, this is how we communicate. This is how we go about it. So, but yeah, I get the sibling because... I got 3 older ones than me than my little sister.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, okay, I see how they do it. You know, I see how me and my sister communicate, but I also see how my 2 older siblings communicate. And they remind me a lot about me and Leah.
Right, yeah.
Who?
How your mom and Franco, because they used to beef when they was younger.
Yeah.
And me and Leah used to beef. I don't know if it's that level of beef, but
My mom says she's hit Franco with a frying pan. You ever hit Leah with a frying pan?
No, but she tried to stab me with a knife.
Will you see that?
Wait a minute, Rebecca. So do you do like group sessions, like family sessions?
Yeah.
Is that like a common thing, or is it like kind of as far?
It doesn't always start off that way. It doesn't always start off as family.
Have you ever had it where it's like you should invite XYZ here, like with
Yes.
you? Okay.
Often.
Oh, okay.
Often. A lot of times it starts with kids. A lot of times like we see things in our kids and we send them in because there's this issue. But a lot of times it can be connected in a lot of other ways. Yeah. And a lot of, because it can be so much going on. It can be, it's just so much. It's so complex. So I love my family sessions. I love my family work. It's so much, I love it.
Aww.
So,
yeah, it's great.
Okay, so sometimes I'll read Reddit things about therapists and say, could, like, if a couple comes in, could you tell, like, at the end of the first session if they should be together or not? Like, just based off your professionalism? Like, can you tell?
I keep it in their hands. If they both want to be together, I think they can make it work.
Oh,
if they both don't want to be together, then it's probably not going to work.
Okay.
That's kind of how I leave it. That's how I go about it.
That's how you
Straight
go
up,
about
tell
it.
them
Okay.
like,
Straight up.
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all gonna make
like,
this
do you
work
guys
or
wanna
not?
do
Fight for
this?
each other, or yeah, it's not gonna. Okay.
Genuinely, because you can tell. I mean, there's sometimes where people are like, well, they made me do this. I don't even want to be.
Ooh.
Yeah, it might not be. and you know what? That same person, though, once you get to the bottom of that, they can end up altering their beliefs about that person too. A lot of times that's just like a surface level. Anger is surface. There's so much more emotions underneath.
Oh yeah.
So even those couples, I'll still say like, well, do you want to do this? And they'll be like, well, yeah, that's why I'm here.
Right. Right. That's why I'm here. Duh.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you're right there then.
Yeah.
I just Venmo you this money just to sit here.
For real. For real. So yeah.
Oh man.
Well, good. I think
I've
this,
had a lot of information this
this
episode.
is a great episode. I love it.
I enjoy it. Yeah.
Did you enjoy being on?
I loved it. I love talking about what I do because it's so.
It's important.
I think
It is
it's
very
important.
important.
I also think sometimes it's like private. You know, the only people that know what I do are my clients, mostly. I mean, I tell people that I'm a therapist, but like,
Like, do
A
your
lot of people
parents?
don't
Do your
know.
parents have like an opinion about it?
oh, I talk to them all the time about it. I talk to them a lot about stuff.
Have your parents ever told you they could not do your job?
Of course. And my mom's a teacher, so I feel like she's.
So with
Doing
that
my
being
job.
said, did that make you feel like, wow, like my parents said they couldn't do my job? And when you probably look at it like, not all days are walk in the park, but you know, it's usually very chill and successful day at work.
Yeah, I don't know because I couldn't do my dad's job or my mom's for that.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of do my mom's
right,
job now,
right.
so I can
Like-
I could say I could do my mom's job.
When I
guess.
was like in the direct care field, like stuff like that, my dad looked at me straight up, like, Jay, I can do your job. I'm like, really? Like, my white ass dad. Like, he's like, but I couldn't do it for who you do it for. I said, that's fair, because I was like, Dad, I don't know if I could have put in 43 years at steel mill
You know.
being an electrician. Like,
man,
no.
I wish I could have did that. Man.
Yeah,
Fuck.
like it's like, yeah, nah, I don't think so, Dad. But just having that conversation with my dad and just seeing how he looks at things and his work ethic, and then how I work and you know what I do, I was like, oh, it's kind of like a full circle moment. Like I take care of this population, and he does this.
Yeah.
But he respects what I do as much as I respect what he does.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's also very pleasant.
For sure. And it's so funny to think about because my parents might say that, but it's exactly who they are. I
Right.
feel like they are totally self-help. You know, my
Helpers.
dad, yes.
There's a group of just helpers.
Yes, and that is
just
them.
help.
Yes, my mom is a teacher and my dad, he works at Ford, but he also runs the AmVets bar. He helps out with the books up there. But you know what? He's amazing. And
Shout
you
out
know,
Pops. Shout
I
out
know.
Pops.
I love them both. My mom's awesome. My dad's amazing. They're both great people. But I feel like they do it in their lives naturally. And I feel like that's also what gave me a passion to do this. It's like just watching how they interacted with people and how they cared for people. I think that it made me want to do this. So
Aw,
Gotcha.
that's amazing.
I know. Oh, I should call them.
Yeah, call your parents, people.
Johnny, you want to lead us to our mental health check?
Yeah. So Rebecca, what we do every week, you've heard a couple our things here with mental health, but we do a sliding scale 1 to 10. How you feeling this week? We go. It's kind of a all-encompassing score, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. How are you feeling? I'll start it off by saying that this week has been very fast,
It was very fast.
very fast. I feel like I was always moving, doing
Yeah.
something, and but it was good though. I had a good week. My girlfriend, she went to Georgia yesterday. I took her to the airport.
Oh, cool.
So now I'm kind of like last night. I just had a terrible night of sleep. I was like,
Miss her?
I was missing her. I ain't gonna lie.
It's okay, man.
It's okay.
It's all right. Can we cuddle?
I can arrange something.
It's fine.
You better do your homework first.
Okay. No, as far as a number goes, I think just getting ready to get done with this school, I cannot fucking wait. I'm gonna go like a 9.5. It just
He said it's all 9.5 today, folks.
yeah, 9.5. I'm feeling good. I think we had a great episode and just learn about what you do and who you help and why you help, and it was very I'm grateful for you to be doing that and sharing your story with us.
Heck yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like I'm a 9. I'm kind of anxious for this movie. I don't know what to expect.
I've heard.
So I'm like on the fence. Like,
I've
I
heard
don't know.
all good things.
I know, but I don't want to hear nothing about it. That's my problem. I just want to.
Me too.
I'm trying to zone everything out.
Every time I scroll on IG, if I see it, scroll past.
No,
I
just
already went on
log off.
Twitter. I've seen some of it.
Shut the fuck
Shut
up.
up, John.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shut up. See,
Why can't I throw it?
What? Do not throw that
Shut
at
up.
me. Don't
Don't speak about the movie.
yeah.
I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I'm very.
The Cavs, man. I've been watching the Cavs. They've been giving me a lot of anxiety.
Three
the last,
straight.
Yeah, no, 2 straight.
They lost 2.
Oh yeah, 2 straight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, see, fake fan over here.
No, I stream it. I stream it this season.
But yeah, I've been good. Just kind of getting ready for Florida next week. Bought our plane tickets. Excited to see my brother.
You haven't seen him a couple
Months,
6,
bro.
7 months.
No, it's been longer than that. He left in February.
He left in February. Oh man.
So
Oh.
damn near 8 months.
Damn near
That's
8
the longest
months.
I've never seen. Noah
Yeah.
at all.
Wow. Oof.
For real. And
Dang.
like you said, I still picture the little.
Bless his heart.
He just bought a new car.
Yeah, I seen that.
God.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
proud
getting.
of that. I'm proud of him. man.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
good
going to
for
school for
him.
being. He's going to school down there to be a physical trainer.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
And it was kind of salty that they took out shift. You know, he couldn't go to school for it. It's
I
at
didn't know
JVS.
they
At
did that.
yeah,
That's stupid.
Krishner goes to JVS now. So
Does he? Oh wow.
But yeah, UFC on tonight. Bowling tonight. Hopefully, I do good. I gotta do good because the one dude did like 263.
Oh damn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Dang.
Dang.
I didn't even know you can get that high in bowling.
Oh, yeah. 300 size you can get.
Wow. Okay.
She
That's
said,
really
"Damn,
low.
my 68 made shit."
Yeah.
I thought that
That was a good game.
Just out of 100. Yeah.
She said, "I thought I was killing this shit."
Oh.
Oh man.
Dang.
Jacob, you go ahead and go.
Yeah,
Well,
let-
I guess for last.
I'm a solid 9. It was a good week. Parker almost like tried to choke kid for no reason, and then the next day, a kid threw a truck at him, but different kid, not the kid he tried to truck. I'm like,
He's riding for his friend.
bro, apparently,
Yeah, I
riding
guess.
for his friend. But besides that, everything's been good. You know, it's getting near Thanksgiving time. I'm actually smoking a ham this year for my family's Thanksgiving.
Ooh,
So
That's cool.
I'm excited. I'm grateful. Can't complain about anything right now.
Heck yeah.
So, Miss Rebecca,
Yep.
what about you? How you feeling?
Yeah, I know. I'm probably at a
He's on my
6.
team.
I know it's
Wait,
bad for
wait,
me
a
to be
six?
the
A
therapist.
six?
I'd say I'm a 6.
Dang.
I know. I've been nervous about this question all week because I'm like, oh God, where am I going to be at?
Really?
Oh, no.
Yeah, but this is where I'm at.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
At least you hold it together really
Honestly,
well.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think that's what I kind of wanted to speak on with it because you know what? I haven't been sleeping. I'm stressed. I've been busy. The week of these shows is so chaotic and I have so much to do still. And I recorded my song on Sunday and then I like got sick the whole week. So like, I don't even know if I'm performing tonight. But, like, I am. So it's been a lot. Yeah. And I think I'm a 6. But the good news is that I can choose to not let that hinder me.
Yeah, you're a 6 at the moment. You don't got to be a 6
Yeah.
forever.
Tonight you could be
Right.
at a 50.
I'm going to be up there. It's going to be nice. I'm very grateful for that outlet because I do. I mean, after a long week like this, it's just the ability to come and be on stage and be in just that space with those people. We have local vendors. There's drinks. There's performances. It's a vibe. And it's so
Whole fucking vibe.
Oh, nice.
And it's only
Yeah.
for $5, you said?
And it's only for $5. Yeah, it's beautiful. So it's going to be great. And I know that'll be super refreshing and get me back. Oh, and tomorrow I'm hanging out with my mother-in-law. So that'll be super fun.
That's
We're going to
awesome.
do some coffee and it'll be fun. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we'll be sure to share the Speak Lounge's post about tonight. We'll do that tonight and make sure
cool.
it's out on all our social media pages. It's just a little extra bump for you.
Heck yeah. Yes. Give us some. That'll be awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for sure.
Is that it? Is that the episode?
Yeah, I think so. We usually end off with like a gem of some sort.
We don't have a gem.
Do you have anything that you would like to maybe drop for us?
Got a little Jemmy.
Any wise words?
Wise words. I don't, be grateful. Be grateful and thrive.
Grateful and thrive.
That's all I have to say. I
There
have
you
no
go.
idea.
No, that's all right. Sorry to put you on the
Good.
spot. Yeah.
Yes, that'll work for today's episode.
But until next time, folks, it's been
Mic
an episode of It's on Us. Bye, Mom.
Woo!
Bye.
See you guys.